This is Betty, the long wheelbase Peugeot Boxer. Over the last year, my dad and I have been converting this van into a motorhome and a full-time house for me. Hi, I'm Becca, and this is my incredibly talented dad, Nick. Together, we have attempted to complete the biggest project of my life, with zero experience and nothing but 2 years of YouTube research and designs born out of my very weird brain. My new home is nearly finished. I have a seating area, a bathroom, a double bed, and a huge kitchen. In the last episode, we got the hot water and heating sorted, and this week we are adding some more finishing touches before moving on to building the final piece of furniture, the overhead cupboards. One set to go above the bed and the other above the kitchen. So let's get to it. Just a few things to show you first. Dad installed the 240 volt plug in the kitchen with USB charging. I turned the cardboard template into Apply Reality, ready to be installed on the bulkhead after we carpet. The air vent had to be added to the side of the trimmer. I ended up buying this white one instead of the gold one as it had a mesh backing to stop any bugs. We cut and screwed on the bottom piece of ply for the shower and garage wall, and Dad boxed in the water pump and accumulator to protect them, which means I can now use my garage to store and move things without worry I'll damage something. On to fitting the table now. To do this, we had to remove the front of the bench, add extra support battens to it, and an extra piece of ply for strength behind where the plate is going, before drilling the holes and fixing in place using bolts and washers. So Dad is just going to angle grind these off now, and then that should be that. And here is the final product, with the first arm of the table attached. A quick lick of paint and it is done. Well, we've got the front off, now that's done. This is going to be a cupboard. We're going to make this like a little cubby hole thing from this side. So Dad's just going to measure that now and we'll try get that sorted while the end is off, make it easier for us. Plan is...
That
yeah.
goes up the back.
That goes up
the
the
other
back.
piece sits on it like that.
Yeah.
Like that. And then that gonna sit like that.
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Yeah, perfect. Wonderful. Shoe storage.
Yeah. Like that. This.
That slides in there. We fixed this in using screws just in case I ever need to get to the inverter for anything. Then we measured and cut a support beam for the side using 2x1 before adding the front back on. Now we move on to making the table itself. Here is another freebie that I got from the same guy that gave me the kitchen work surface. It is another piece of shower board, bit of offcut that they had. It has a couple of bits of paint on it, but that's what I'm going to use for my table. I think that looked quite nice. And here is Dad having cut it. So this is what we're going to try use for the table. This is the plate that it's got to basically be fixed to, and then it spins and everything like that. So this has got to go underneath that. Another freebie. So we're going to give it a go and see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll match. I think it goes nicely. This is what it looks like installed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm back after 2 weeks in bed with the flu. A few things to catch you up on, which I'll do later, but for now we are going to work on the overhead cupboards above the bed. We've been to get some wood, we've cut the pieces to size, and we are going to work on making some cupboards. So we've measured above the top there. These are the 3 pieces. The wood shop we had didn't actually have enough of this. We got the last 2 of those, so we've had to improvise and use some skirting. But I thought that if we use this as the bottom piece, then the rounded thing isn't really going to get in the way, and it actually might help me stop catching on stuff. So again, another little bespoke thing, but those are the 3 the right size. Pops is just making a little stand because the far right hand side where the batten will be rested goes into this. There are no battens across here for us to drill up into, so we're basically creating a little fixture here that the batten can sit on at the top and rest on for support. So we'll glue and screw that into the metal behind. That's sort of the only way we can manage that.
We pocket screwed the cut pieces together to make the cupboard face, and in the end we added the support beam in vertically, because that was the best way to ensure the face was fixed on square. The front then wasn't very stable, so we added another piece of wood vertically on the shower wall to stop it moving. We then moved on to the base, which we made using 6mm ply and 2x1 wooden battens. To make things as neat as possible, the base will be resting on top of one support, hiding behind the face, and be screwed in from underneath to the side against the van. We fixed both support beams in place before moving them into the van. This meant that we could use the L square to get the correct position and drill into the wall where we needed to. It was the best way we could think of to avoid having wonky cupboards. And once again, luck was on our side, or is it skill? Because they are perfectly square and in full working order.
Let's go and have some break.
Yeah, it's -4 today. It is freezing. So we're gonna go have a hot drink and let that glue go off before we put the end on. And that's my cupboards after we make the doors. And it's cold. We've had a hot chocolate. It's all nice and dry. It's all nice and sturdy. We're just going to cut a support piece to go across here to stop it bowing in the middle. And then we need to make a piece that fits on the end here. Sort of cover this gap. We'll do the doors another day. We're going to make both the carcasses first, so the one above the kitchen as well.
We're back with the awkward shapes again, using a jigsaw, a piece of ply, and many attempts using various methods. We managed to get a piece to kind of almost definitely fit, sand it off, glued and screwed in place, before one final sand to smooth the edges. And now it's ready to be painted. They were surprisingly sturdy and will be great storage for my clothes. Due to the Baltic conditions outside, we decided to move inside, where we can find Mammut, Mother Bear, adding the final stitches to my cover for the little window above my bed. Sensational work as always. This is the same fabric as my headboard, and features a little mushroom handle for easy manoeuvre. One of the more delightful finishing touches of the build.
Mama has now properly done these curtains, finished them. It's got blackout and thermal lining. If you line up the middles, the patterns meet. She's amazing. And they look like that when they're back. Out the way. And you can pull them across.
The shoe cupboard is in good use. When staying in the van, I noticed that the end of the bench was moving under the weight of the table. So we have added in a bolt through the 2 pieces of wood to secure it in place and to stop it tilting out at the top. I'm rarely going to be pulling this part of the bench out, so I'm fine with the solution. More finishing touches. We have added a metal edge to the floor by the sliding door, stopping any dirt and edging off the laminate nicely. We have also done the same at the garage side near the back doors. We had to cut a small piece out where the water pipe fixture was before fitting. We've used this metal sheet one way at one door and the other way at the other door. We needed a short depth at the garage but a longer by the slide door. The all-important carbon monoxide detector goes in, as I'm going away on my maiden voyage this weekend, meaning we had to also block off the escape hatch before I go. We did this using 2 pieces of ply and a sliding method, which I'll explain in another video. Obviously it's not finished, but it's functional and will do for now. It's It's been an extremely challenging yet rewarding year, and I can't wait to get out on my first Christmas adventure. Staying near a reservoir with a friend. Savannah is staying at home for this one though. It's a little too soon for that. I hope Christmas is everything you want it to be. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you soon. Peace out.